who behind him, they are saying it consistently. They say, as long as you bring a complaint and factual, and the complaint is factual against him, we're not saying by him, we all will take the vote. But let the man be given a fair trial. They'll give him opportunity to express himself. But they don't want to do it. But that is the issue, because some of them are even doing that thing. If the investigation is done, some of them will find they are saying to it. Some of them will find saying to it. We not know that the way some of us are still in this country. Some of us will waste me and find out on a job where you know how much money is stolen. In store. That means
people are scared. The store.
Yeah. So they don't want for their board to be brought outside. So all they want. Yeah, Jeremiah Kune were there. We know how Jeremiah Kune got money here. So if they bring that thing out, Nukwe all will be inside. So that whole fight down there, they're not sincere fight. That's what we've been saying. They're not sincere fight. So the issue is they may want to disgrace or they may want to mayor for the people to look out bad. They will see that they may disgrace or they will be bad. So that is the fight. But yeah, then you said, I mean, that the best he said, yeah, give the man a trial. Then the man go, the man will recuse himself. Then the man be giving a trial. When the man investigate the man, you can't take the vote. That's how it will be. And how they can remove senator or they remove speaker. But you just get it, you go see that the man place, say the man move. So that way for the Supreme Court.
That work.
Yeah. So yesterday they went to the Supreme Court. Let's see the outcome of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court
will not anything different than follow the rule of law.
Okay.
That's what financial law was doing then. I just see a school talking about politics. You can win the legal side, but we win politics. No. You must according due process.
Okay. All right.
Due process, transparency. Politics is a dirty game.
Okay. All right. But that the one they don't want to do. And you think when they do it, they may resign too?
They may not resign. Then the court will be on the statement. You cannot move the man. And then another thing is this. The deputy speaker does not induct a speaker into office. It's a chief clerk.
Oh, okay, all right.
But it's a Thomas Farah who did it, so you're wrong.
So is the chief clerk that so had the election?
Yes, the chief clerk is supposed to have the election to induct the mayor, to induct Richard Quinn in office. He did not do it. So the deputy speaker who did it, which is wrong.
And the Constitution does not call for that?
The Constitution calls for the chief clerk.
Okay. All right.
Then, apart from that, to show you how God confused and confounded their minds and their thoughts and everything, Richard Quinn put his left hand up as he was taking the oath of office instead of the right hand.
So, because you know the thing, but it was just the men were rushing back with it, just was doing the thing quick, so they got confused and just brought out to that place. Yeah. And the executive too need to be careful because the executive now that provides security now for Richard Quinn. And when they went there yesterday, they say they're not part of it. So the Justice Ministry and the Solicitor General say they're not part of it. Yeah. So,
but Barker has fired himself in the leg with political bullet.
Okay.
He caused confusion in the country. Already, no company coming. Nobody will come here. He does not know anybody around the world. No Western president, you know.
I'm telling you.
We go to China to go spend 13 billion to do all refinery. America will not agree.
Okay.
America will block it.
Now look at the issue about the scholarship. I mean, you are following the scholarship issue. Now the ministry of they say they came back and they say that.
Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face at the end of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high. and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up tenure positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking up jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
Maybe when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking on job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that, you know. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Bwaga know that. Bwaga know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberian is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wow. But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia. Okay. During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During the President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenure position were respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. You understand? So I don't have issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful, but we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people, and we just sit. That would never happen. We in opposition. Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. You understand? They respecting leaders that are traveling, and you refuse for them to use the laws that they built, and Liberians sit out there and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president, and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling, what you're doing is wrong, and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said there, you want that change? Bwaka was not a change. Bwaka was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they were, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Liberia and lie, say they came for a change. There's never came for a change. Why they changing? To break the laws is why they changing? No. There will be a period, and we will check. But again, like I said to all citizens, and that's what you saw today, in the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of pandemic. Liberia shine amongst a great nation. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So the disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Respect the law. I did not bring 10 jobs. We met it. The Unity Party left it with us, and we respected it. So what's going on? Is it that Bwaka angry because during early time there were 10 jobs, and he want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why you're saying to us? Because the 10 job, I didn't do it. I met it there, and I respected the laws of the republic. And also, thank you for this time, for giving the opportunity. But there will be a time when I hope that our people realize that we made a mistake. We made a mistake. We're in a new era, and they send us back to the old era. We need to correct that.
Okay, so let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us. At least we've met our threshold already to start up this class. And so we are right here together on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. So with God, all things are possible. So we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything he continues to do for us. And with God, above all, we will certainly over all prevail. And so let me say hats up to all of you and our great people out there in Radio Land, and those of you on YouTube and Facebook. I want to say hats up to all of you. And we are grateful to the Almighty God again that we are here craving his indulgence so that he can do all he can for us, because he's God Almighty, and there's nothing else we can say or do without referencing our God, and he's very, very powerful. So where are we now? Today is what? The 6th day? Yeah, of course. Yeah, today's the 6th day. Tomorrow is going to be the 7th, and tomorrow the Ghanaians are going to be welcoming their new president, who returns to the throne. So he's going to be welcomed on tomorrow. And we are grateful to them for their democracy. They did everything they could, and they are where they are. And I'm taking my time to follow up on our processes here, especially in this country. Sometimes you want to match it with others and see where you are. But again, it's God. You got to read, you got to follow up on issues. And this is the time for us to redeem ourselves. You know, I would tell most of my colleagues, sometimes when you wake up in the morning and you think you have a perfection, and like my boss and myself were just chatting just before I could come on, old man Sam Sion, and he said something, and really touched me. He said, sometimes when we wake up and we have grown, though we know we grow up every time, but there is a community that was there and watching us. And the question that comes to mind after we have gained all the growth through the community, the question that comes to mind is, what do we give back to the community? You were there, they were watching you to make sure that indeed things were okay. They were your neighbors, they were this, that, or people in other communities. So when you grow up, you don't forget them. For any reason that you see yourself up there. So some of us, we come from the background of being so much community sensitive that before I could become a lawyer, I came from a community. Before I could become a journalist, I came from a community. Before I could become a medical doctor, I came from the community. What do I give back to that community? In fact, when we were in school, the social studies book that we used to see, Blamado on Konando, Blamado, Konando, you know, the things they taught us in our social study book, I don't know why I don't see it nowadays. So some of the things they could teach us in that social study book, and when we were growing up, they used to display to us the various professions that we earmark in society and what role those professions play. So you will see our reading books as well. We used to have some reading books that they used to have. So now they will tell you, say, cocaine. Their mother is cocaine. Their father is cocaine. You know the things they used to tell us, the various roles that one will play in society. So the entire education foundation at that time was built around what role we could play in society. So our reading were also tailored around that. So now they will say, this is their mother. This is their father. This is their brother. Their brother is doing this. Their father is doing this. Cocaine. Their mother is cocaine. All sort of things. So that those were things. Though it was like kindergarten thing that we're doing, because you could study those things in kindergarten, but they were like telling you the respective roles that people could play. So even in the social study book, during those times, you will see clearly defined roles that people will play. So they will tell you, say, this is a doctor. Then they tell you the role the doctor plays in the community. Everything was tied to the community. Because one thing they've taught us, and which of course some of us did not forget, for which we are doing what we're doing today, is that they taught us that no matter where you go and what you do, what you learn, that which you learn to have a bearing on the community you come from, so that you impact that community. That's all we used to learn. And maybe that's why some of us, we are who we are, because we are so community sensitive to the extent that, though I'm a lawyer, but I'm not going to stay in a legal profession and see that my community that I love so much is being hurt. No. So every service we offer is community sensitive and community driven, because there are people in community who will not have. Some of you are people, look, some of you are medical doctors. If you went through the kind of schooling, or if you are community sensitive, you'll see that not everybody got to get money before they are treated. You want to help somebody to save their lives because they need to be saved. That's why you went to school. So it's not about just money, 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 money. They taught us those things. But again, you see, other people are in the community to pay for the services because they are able to pay. Now, when they pay for those services, the rest of the other services, you can go out there and, and help other people who don't have. Because there are people out there, so let's take you our lawyer or so forth. You have some of your cases, people come to you, some of they pay 3,000, some of 1,500, especially for civil cases, magisterial level, let me say, circuit levels, and they pay the money there. Yeah, people who have, they will pay. What about people who don't have? That is where they were teaching us, because you get something, you got to go down. Anyway, but these things are important to note. It's very important, though, so that you get to know why is it that we put ourselves in. The reason I'm raising all of these issues is that ask yourself the question, what do I have to give back to my community? You went to election to go vote, to go make a choice. That choice that you made is affecting your community. That is not the basis for which you went to. It's hurting your community. You are hurting your community. The decision you made, it hurt your community. So let's say, for instance, if you have a child in a community, I'm just trying to say some things in passing so that we start up with our class. If you have a child in the community and that child decided to be a drug addict, so if that child decided to be a drug addict, in what way is that child helping the community? That child is very dangerous to the community, hurting the community, and that's what it is. So you see some of the issues. So you look at it, you ask yourself the question, what are we here for? And there are people practically that this moment is a moment where they will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. So you ask yourself the question again, what would I be remembered for? Today, Abraham Williams is no more here. Even the very dumbfounded people who sit there and passing around, opening their mouths, they are living. They will sit down and say, yeah, we remember the guy for this. We remember the guy for this. Look, it doesn't matter how people look at you. It's about how your conscience drives what you do. It's very important. We are not all perfect. But equally so, you can either choose to be reckless or not be. We are not perfect. We're not all perfect. No. But when you say you want to do this, yeah, you must just be it. And that is very much essential for us. So for me, I have no issue with people, no matter what they do, no matter what they say. I don't care about praises. Because some people will praise you today, tomorrow they will curse you. So I don't get time for those. I don't care about praises. Do you think I care about people praises? No, they will give you it when they want to. So how do you care about what that which has nothing to do with you and controlling? You don't control it. It's not in your purview. The person chooses to what? To praise you. So they don't want to, they don't want to. So you can force them to praise you. So I don't have time for that. But people call me. So now they're listening to some of our friends journalists. Then they say, hey, Abby. And the people out there, we think we're journalists, we're smart. The people know us. There are a lot of people who will perish along with this Joseph Boakai government. They will perish. And they are perishing already. They know they are irrelevant in their communities. People don't have time for them. They got nothing to say. Is that what you want to be? Is that who you want to be? Look, Wherever you go, you come down, I like it, I pass it around. I will have maybe 3, 4, 5 persons who will not like my business, which of course I don't control that one. I'm not going to tell you that everybody's going to like me. No. I'm aware that people will not like me. Did everybody like Jesus Christ? Let me put it to Jesus Christ. Maybe that the only play you understand. Did everybody like him? So if you can't think that you will pay around for likeness purpose, I think you just hurting. Then you're not ready to stand up yet. You can't be somebody who's standing for the cause. And then you dare worry about how everybody will like you for that cause. What kind of behavior is that? Then just get ready and leave. You have no purpose. Because when you're standing for the cause, just get ready. Not everybody will like you. Not everybody will befriend you. So that one is not an issue. The day we chose, look, for the moment we chose and said this is what we want to do, we knew that there were people who will not like us, and we know that there are people who will like us. And we know that there are people who like us today, they will not like us tomorrow. We know all of that one. So that is why it is. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are here working together for the good of our country. We are not against anybody. It is not that we are against anybody, but in as much as it has to do with our common interest. It's like your farm, and I'm putting more on you and say, hey, why you putting more on the man? Look, there are people who get their private businesses. You hear me put anybody private business here? Have I ever called anybody in their private capacity what they're doing with their businesses? Do I really care about that? Because it has no bearing on me. I either choose to go there to do business with you or not. It's my choice. If you're running your private factory out there, whatever it is, the only time it becomes a problem to me is if you are trying to pollute the community from which I am again. I subscribe to the community. Then I believe that is a problem. I can now talk about it because that private business you're doing is affecting the community I'm from, that I cherish so much. So that's why it is. So the only time you hear me talk about somebody about your private business, you run it there, how you run it, or how you and your children travel, or how you do as well as you, who cares? It's your life. But when you sit it down as a government official and you are operating, and I know that it ties to it because that's why you went there for the government. You are governing me. How can I not have any say in what you are doing for me? In fact, I employed you. I'm your employer. How can it be in this world that somebody will tell you, say, look, they say that's what you see for 12 years, for 6 years? People were putting more, we are here, and there's some people want to get there. I said, no. And the plan we are put is say, we are saying he wanted to govern. So, the governor and the governee. Now, the governee are those of us who are here. So if you want to govern us, and then we the governee, and we are there. So you can now see it clearly that no matter what it is, we are certainly getting there. You think I get problem with people praising Joseph Boga? The devil have praised us. The demon have praised us. There's a guy who can be on Facebook and talking all kinds of trash and saying man of God. He can be talking all kinds of trash, talking how God does not exist, but he get people sitting there and listening to him. You see how the word is? So if you think you will get people, look, Joseph Walker is a reincarnation of the demon. Now, and you know, I took my time today to listen to follow some of those TRC stuff. Them, Clarence Simpson. I listened to him, former Justice Minister, former Associate Justice, and I listened to him. Then I went back. Clarence Simpson talk a lot about the two-week party, so forth, and Deacon Carlo. Also, I tried listening to him again today. You know, the reason I try to go back, you know, just sitting in this country, you know, as journalists, it's not time, you know, for you to have that perspective and a view to really understand how to do competitive analysis. It's very important that you go to the past to see whether there's anything of the past that is being repeated to today. That, you know, this morning I took my time listening to Clarence Simpson and Junior, and I tried listening to Deacon Carla and so forth about the two-week party. And from all their testimonies they were giving, I just see this time and age. Because Deacon Carla, in his statement he made, Deacon Carla said something. He said the two-week party was like an elephant. So his scenario was, have you ever seen a living elephant? So you were asking the people in the hall, the audience. He said, have you people seen a living elephant? That's how the two-week party was. Right? So he said, you haven't seen a living elephant. If you see a living elephant, when the elephant steps, the area it steps, when it steps on you, it crushes you to the ground. That's how the elephant moves. The elephant takes giant steps, and when it crushes, any step it takes, it is meant to crush you to the ground. So you will see that mark will lead there. That's why he said, that's how he described the two-way party. So I was able to take that imaging of the two-way party and then bring it to Liberia and say, currently on a unity party, what are they doing? They are crushing everybody. The same thing. Deacon Calodin. They went to jail. Have Boga not placed people in jail? Have Boga not killed people? Boga has killed people. Even currently as we speak, his police just ransacked certain group of young men over the weekend. One, Andrew Anderson. Yeah, Andrew Anderson. A guy who will be armed robber and then be exposed like that and be posting every negative thing about armed robbers. You see, there are certain there are certain characteristics of people that you look at. How they will say those men and they were armed robbers or whatever it is. That kind of men that will be armed robbers. People who will come up openly and be all up here and there. You say the armed robber, you grab them. You say they connected to the speaker, you grab them. But when you see clearly that the guys will the guy had been posting, and all of his posts have been either against JMB or in the horses saga. He's also, this is very important. That Boka is doing all this. So the scene where the two-way party used to crush people and never wanted. That is the same thing we're seeing here today. And the danger part of it, that what led to the war. That's the scary part of it. Because people were crushed to the ground. And they couldn't bear it to continually be crushed to the ground. They try everything. They try protest and it didn't work. So they say, okay, same protest didn't work. And this one didn't work. Okay, we'll now disengage from protest. We are going to a different approach now. That approach took us to 14 years. Because the government used the security apparatus to crush those people. When they wanted to say, look, there's something in the Constitution that says that we can come up. They said, no, we will not do it. The people say, okay, let's leave it. And at the dangerous part, so the people left it and they went and relaxed themselves. They begin to recalibrate. It's bad. That's the only danger that it poses. When you suppress people and you crush them, the day they open up, it can be too bad. Have you ever shaken a Coca-Cola before and grab it and just shake it? It is suppressed. It is suppressed. You see it? It is really suppressed in there. So when you just shake it, don't want to come up, but of course it's calm. But when you just shake it up, and then you tell me, say, but you're not cancer. I will just shake you up, you'll just be in a bottle. But when you shake up the man, you want him to come up, to come protest, you say, no, you're not protest. So that's the same scenario I'm just giving you. So you get a Coca-Cola, you are shaking it up, and then you're not opening the bottle for it to come outside. Right? So you get it stuck up, and then you just grab the bottle, you just shaking it. You know what you're doing there? You are suppressing it. You're compressing it. So the moment you make mistake, the day you just open it like this, pow, you see it just splash. It can be too bad. That's what happened. When people supposed to exercise, and then in the state of that, they're supposed to come up with and say, you're not cancer. You'll not do this. We'll do this one to you. You are hurting people and doing all of those terrible things to people. It's quite bad. But with God, all things are possible. So Boaga and his team, they are moving on. They are crushing people like the elephants. I'm seeing, they say they get NSA people passing around to arrest people, pick up people. Some of them will die. Some of them will live. And they there want to kill people. It's not strange. It's not surprising. Huh? If people borders will be falling in the streets, it will not be surprising that the NSA is able to do that. A police making war in jail and clear somebody from there and go meet them for them to die. That NSA they can't operate like that. They plain clothes on it. If they make them be in uniform and walk there and go collect somebody for them to go die. Eh? Who can kill now? Because the civil security that we have, that they say, yeah, protect lives and property, and all the police, but they're the one now killing people. They're the one killing people. The police will go and kill until the extent that, terrible things are happening. So for people like us, we are not afraid. We'll engage the issues and we'll do what we can. I was just asking some of my students to just share with me the video from Councillor Pierre Brown Brew, and in that video, what I really got to me, I said, but then the real courage we have to do it. She said her families were telling her, say she shouldn't talk. You know why they were telling her not to talk? Pierre Brown Brew talk on George Weah and talk everything she could talk. Nobody ever warned her, say don't talk. You know why? Because they did not see the days of the two-way party under Weah's administration. So the way Bwaka is portrayed himself, Pierre Brown Brew and their family then went through the war. They went through the toughest movement. Her brother, Brahman family, went to jail. That H. Brahman family went to jail and all. So the family now reminding her, say, the way the Joseph Boga government doing things, you got to forget about this country and don't talk inside. Because the state carries the scars, the wounds of those terrible moments. Those dark days, the wounds, the scars are still there. So when they see Pierre Brown Brew, they're moving, yeah, there, blah, blah, blah. So they ask the question, she said it openly at the police station. She said, my family, they say, I will not tell you anything there, I'm going to leave it. You see families, when you see families now coming, because these people know what they went through. And they can see it coming right back on Joseph Boakai. Where security forces are beating people, beating lawmakers. Look at the kind of thing. Flocking lawmakers. People who enjoy huge immunity. On George Weah, Yege Koroba was insulting Weah standing on car. The deputy police commander for operations was instructing his officers to say, I arrest the man. The officers could not do that. Why? Because the officers are inclined and trained to say no. There are orders that we can take, and they have to be lawful orders. This lawmaker, as damning as Yeke may be on the government, we cannot take that order from you, Chief. We have been sackled. No, they said we can't take it. Because the officers, they saw it that they were operating under our government. That tomorrow they will account for that. We're there to do it. Because there was not a rebel government, no. But today, Gregory can tell an officer then fuck people. You know why they will do it? Because they know that the leader himself is reckless. So we are back into those harsh days. And some of us will not be surprised when they want to. But the point can be saying it. They say that AB wonders who will grab him, will be him, will do it. But do you think I'm afraid of that? I'm not afraid. Come and do it. Every one of us here, we have one life to live. Whether you like it or not is up to you. Every one of us, we have one life to live. So, for you to hear prayer bamboo, open the same and people then say, I'm a leader thing, I will not tell you the people thing. In what way has protecting the very law she practiced, and she's one of the officers of the court, in what way protecting that rule of law and seeing to it that people are being trapped behind bars, in what way has it become the people's thing? When we went to law school, all they told us was we are officers of the court and we are to protect and defend the court. We should never ever do anything that will bring the court into public disrepute. So not just that we shouldn't just do it, but when others are doing it, we should not support it. We should stand against it. That is what they taught us. But this lady is telling you that her people then say that she should not talk any people to. Play your cash giveaway. *799 *24#. And then you get your stuff here tonight. *799 *24#. I'm speaking from the depth of my heart. If you think you are a patriot, you will understand and side with me. If all of us choose to go and sit down and say, we're not talking the people think like the way she's saying it, AB, you got to lead the people think. You got to lead the people think. So then what becomes of us? What happens? I can wake up now and say, okay, that the people think. Let me go and do my lawyering. Let me be behind my chief. We'll be passing around looking for cases. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Or let me find something for me and my family to eat. Yeah, agreed. It will. Does that help me? Leave the people think. That's what she said. Leave the people think. I could buy into the family's advice to her and say, yes, I think it's good. I can leave the people think. Then all of us leave the people think and see how the country will look like. We are not even living there yet. The country is like this. Why we to say now radio station will say we leave everything. The way Baka is reckless like this, that he can't control himself. He not even have the conscience. Now, the reason why people have reprimands or people punish people is because other people not get conscience. So for you to break their conscience, you have to punish them. Then they will come to their senses. They will say, oh yeah, I got to do the thing. And it will not be because they have, no, they will have to know that when I do this one will happen. Then their conscience could be, they say, that conscience will not be alive or because of the fear of being reprimanded. That's the only thing that will stop them. So if we never had a court system to punish people for their conduct, see how the country will come to look like. The punishment we are giving these people is that we are not letting them doing what they want to do and it's going without talking about it. That's some form of punishment. Their character and everything has been ruined out there. If you find a bunch of lawmakers wake up one soon morning, one reckless man calling himself speaker, useless man that are criminal, whose entire foundation from 1990s and so forth coming up used to be a teacher stealing all over the place. They spoiled our education system, paying. These are the damn people that do things in this country. They damn our education system. And then they say we are in a messy education system. That's what they said. They damn our education system. They brought it to this level. A man who contributed to it today is supposed to be speaker. What kind of muff he get to speak for anybody? A corrupt character like him. And Bwaka supposed to take him and pull him behind him and carry him everywhere. Uninvited. Or that thing you see training. You can't see me put my saying that trash that they put them passing around. We can't talk about invitation passing around. Bwaka got to be using the speaker as hand bear. It even make our country very foolish. This is the clearest way of telling you that the country is useless on a Bwaka. For Bwaka to be passing around, say I will carry the speaker with me, the passing over. What is that? Even Bobo Chimo that came from CDC and were passing around. You think Bobo Chimo were everywhere passing around and then what they call? No. How many times you should see Jeff frequenting around? No. You must be able to show this respect for the governance sake. You think that they went on that invitation? Boga begging for invitation. In fact, Boga himself went down there, the man, they didn't invite him. They just went, what are going here? And then you were passing around. He just foresee himself. You man, they don't even invite Boga down there because they want you to go fin down there and become the people problem. You know, the people know these things. They say that man will faint, and when he faints on our soil, we will be responsible. So that kind of man who left fainting business, that's why you see he had to go there. The man has an invitation to him. He said he went and met with the man. The man never has an invitation to him. We wouldn't heard that Bwaka going there. What kind of behavior is that? Then they already have one criminal Mahama brother who's a criminal who has bought Bwaka and Gregory Coleman and bought all of them. They passing around here. That man go influence, and of course the speaker there is their own man. Then what they go wrestle and let us say the man just come. That kind of thing. Look, we supposed to be celebrating Ghanaian people endorsing or recognizing our speaker before we say, yeah, that speaker, that sound in there. Is that what you have brought this country to? Jesus Christ. What? So, well, you mean you brought our country to this level? Where putting they got a Ghanaian speaker, he not invite our look at that kind of trash. Is that why you are reduce our country to? You're craving for Ghana's rec. Could you imagine that? You're not even talking about America. Could you imagine? Then you dare talking about Ghana. Yeah. And Kofa is left on a low profile, but he was invited. You know, your business to come be sharing it all over here and there, no. When have we ever come up to come spread those kind of issues? Go far and speak of Kuna in Channing like Kuna in any competition. It looks irresponsible and reckless with that to even happen. You're listening to your Kun say, useless man. That man is very useless. I don't know who is his pastor. That pastor, I don't know what you putting inside that man. But anyway, yeah, I hate to say this, but again, this is our country, and I feel so angry, especially when. But anyway, his pastor already said it was a good thing for the church. So as a result, I know the pastor is endorsing everything that's happening. The pastor said it was a good thing for the church. But anyway, let's go on to understanding whether what they did. It gave Slabiro that good image out there. You listen to your Kun? You heard what he was saying? How you going to Ghana? You're going to beg the Ghanaian parliament for them to come strengthen our parliament. Look at the Ghana today. We're going to beg the Ghanaian parliament to come strengthen our parliament because you are useless. That's why you are doing that. You just wake up and say, oh, speaker, get ready, I will carry you. I will go with you. I don't want to endorse you. I don't want to carry you anywhere I want to carry that. What on here so? Nothing sanky from down there. You're not be carried away by the foolish thoughts. Look, nothing sanky my brother say, and that means that you are speaker. That I don't want to go with you. You carry me. And what other issue or not the idea? Once you go with me, that's it. That kind of thing you can go do. Is this a government we are running here? It's a child's play. Is it rather a sound government that we are running here? Confused set of people. Boga going. He get ready. He pick up Kun. Can't let go. Anywhere I go, I'll carry you. Or I know that you're the speaker. You say that your speaker. Why you not sign your speaker budget here? Go sign your speaker budget now. And you say, Buaka, what you know, you're not even smart in this country. You're forgetting about endorsement out there. Can't go sign budget now. By your speaker. But when I talk small thing, that one you can go to. Look, and this time, one of my students called me, I will be specific. And Matilda, she said, David, don't talk. Because every time I go talk something like the time, Boga can do the right thing, again, do the thing. You are not carrying a woman anywhere in John with a woman down there. I go talking now, you might even thinking about carrying a woman to Ghana because there's no, gosh, this country. And let me say thanks to his spiritual advisor. You know, when people do good thing, me, I will talking. His spiritual advisor, I know a pastor or a church. I read something from the front page, Africa, and that of the Librarian Investigator. They said his pastor failed to recognize Richie Kun as the speaker. In your own church, where Boga sitting now here. And if the pastor ever did that, I want to say kudos to the pastor. Honorable pastor, religious advisor, and I don't want a religious advisor to the president. I'll give you kudos. You see, my problem here is I don't have problem with individuals. That's why you will not understand about me. I don't have. Look, the day you come up and you do the right thing, I am on a moral obligation to acknowledge it when you do it right. So I want to say thanks to the pastor. So meaning the pastor being advising Joseph Boaka, the thing that you're doing now, the country is going this way here and there. Boaka is continuing it. And the pastor does not want tomorrow, so that because he's a religious advisor, right? Everything that Boaka doing down there, maybe, yeah, some kind of way. So maybe he's trying to say that religiously and so forth here and there, I can't be tied to you and these terrible things are happening and I don't have my own to say. Maybe God even spoke to the pastor, says, hey, they think your boss man, they man doing here, so you're not right. And the pastor decided to tell he Boaka, and he is very stubborn Boaka now. So the pastor said, okay, Kun will be your speaker as you Boaka. But the day Kun comes in our church and you Boaka, you are there, we will not recognize Kun as speaker. And if the pastor ever did that, Mr. Pastor, Mr. Man of God, I still take you to be man of God. There are something you can be doing. I respect you hardly. And if you ever did that, man of God, I want to say thank you. Look, Chief, it doesn't matter. He wants to sack you at a business. You've been running your church. He hasn't been contributing anything to your church before. Now because he's president now today. But at your church that you've been managing with your church. That man is very mean. He can't get anything to anybody. So what the essence? Because you get a job? No, he not coming spoil you. Look, pastor, you can come back and then do yourself the good thing you can do. Look, that is what it is. And thank God the man of God did the right thing. If he ever did, then of course, thank God he did the right thing. Because man of God, that thing that you did there, God will bless you. You may not even know how God will bless you. Because look, let me tell you something, man of God. When you stand up to leaders, at the time, your life and survival may be seen like it depends on them, and then you stand up to them, God can bless you for that courage. Just because you put in that courage, God will bless you. So that's what it is. So most often you will see people, what they call, for me, I just look at it and say, no, that is what it is. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God. Right? Yeah. Man of God, thank you. I don't know your name too good, but again, I want to say thank you. When you do these things, we'll hear. And when we hear it, we'll talk. So me, I hear, because say, oh, no, the man of God, and they are Google people. You don't have what they call them. Yeah, me, I agree. And I will always respect the man of God, and I can always talk that one there. You know me for that one. Yeah? Yeah, so that is why it is. So for me, and I get problem with that. Joseph Boga is a meme. PYJ talk about Joseph Boga being mean, right? The meanest man in the whole wide world. Right? I come and play something, you will listen to it. That is what one his own Senatorial. He went there recently. The guy said something about him. Good. So this is why it is. And let me try to share with you. You're going to listen. You want to create. God bless me to understand.
Responsible for anything. Only about the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. They say, "Oh, we are better." Said Joseph Sabakari can't sit on the lucky couch.
Yeah. They call him Joseph Sabakari. That's his name. They guy call him. This guy is in Sierra Leone speaking Creole, and then the guy is giving his own assessment of Boakai when Boakai visited recently. They call him Joseph Sabakari. I don't know what they call Boakari, but that is how he describes Boakai. And that is what the guy said. I hope you're getting it, right? Students, are you people getting me? Yeah. So he calls this guy Joseph Boakari. Yeah. That's how he describes him. Yeah. Joseph Sabakari. Boakari. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can get back to it again. Joseph Sabakari. Keep playing your cash giveaway. *799 *24#. Yeah. Joseph Sabakari. You're listening to him.
Say, "Oh, we are better." Said Joseph Sabakari can't sit on the lucky couch. Yes. Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna boost and go do agriculture." Wow.
What did they got talking about? I get this. He said, "John Opo, we are the better." There's a male, even your own people in your own town. That you kind of suffering your brought upon yourself. Because not me, I'm not suffering anyway.
Say, "Oh, we are better." Said Joseph Sabakari can't sit on the lucky couch. Yes. Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna boost and go do agriculture." Wow. That man is an agriculturist. Wow. Say, everybody go to the bush and do agriculture. Okay. He's not responsible for anything. Okay.
So you see, at this point, he is saying Joseph Walker is not responsible for anything. Joseph Walker is irresponsible. That's what he is trying to say. Joseph Walker is not responsible for anything. Meaning, Joseph Walker is irresponsible. If you are not responsible for anything, then of course you are just irresponsible, naturally, right? So listen to him. There's Creole. This guy is speaking, and you're getting it again.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna boost and go do agriculture." Wow. That man is an agriculturist. Wow. Say, everybody go to the bush and do agriculture. Okay. He's not responsible for anything. Okay. Only about the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. Wow. Not like John Upon we are the time where we make incident. We the people want to demonstrate, they want to come on the street. Now you load the grafting inside motor, then they can send them to people in the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. Not like John Upon we are the time about the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. Not like John Upon we are the time where we make incident. We the people want to demonstrate, they want to come on the street. Now you load the grafting inside motor, then they can send them to people there. Hey, you're doing water, yeah, you're feel cold. Hey, my people, you're water. You're doing water, let you feel happy. Let your heart calm down, man.
So you see, he's trying to say, unlike even our time where we can even do our demonstrations here, when it is open time that they even doing demonstrations, Upon will be there, trying to say you take water, you take food, you calm your heart down. That's why you trying to describe in this manner, right? Yeah. He said how Upon was. Upon was very much. And that is why he said
from Liberia. Wow. Not like John Upon we are the time we only about the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. Wow. Not like John Upon we are the time we make incident. We the people want demonstrate and want come on the street. Now you load the graphing inside motor, then they can send them to people that hey, you drink water, yeah, you feel cold, hey, my people, you hold water, you drink water, let you feel happy, let your heart calm down, my man. Yeah, that's the liberal language. You drink water, my man, let you feel alright, man. The thing will come in be your whole water. You can't able to do that in this country. You able to do that, Just say upon we are better self. Joseph Sabaka we can sit on the now lucky couch. Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of gonna bush and go do agriculture. That man is an agriculturist. Say everybody go to the bush and do agriculture. Okay. He's not responsible for anything. Okay. Only about the rubber factory. Okay. He's not responsible for anything. Okay. Only about the rubber factory. People are suffering from Liberia. Not like John Upon we are the time we make incident. We the people want demonstrate and want come on the street. Now you load the graphing inside motor, then they can send them to people that hey, you drink water, yeah, you feel cold, hey, my people, you hold water, you drink water, let you feel happy, let your heart calm down, my man. Yeah, that's the liberal language. You drink water, my man, let you feel alright, man. The thing will come in be your whole water. You can't able to do that in this country. You able to do that, All right, so there you have it, and not from me. Not sometimes when you say these things, then people who are the core and they say the man is an agriculturist because when you go and say go to the soil and go do your thing, agriculture. So the guy is describing this manner. Now, these are some of the things that y'all sat here or you still sit and your hungry selves. There's a girl that I don't know why God even crossed me in that other path. Very much, I don't know, feel so terrible. I want to say something, but I will not say it now. Because she's one of those persons who caused us this injury. Joseph Walker today again jump on private jet. Private jet now is a normal thing now. For Buckeye. He said, let them talk. What thing? Let him talk. He doesn't care. The man always said it, but he always said that. Let me tell you something about Joseph Boagai. One good thing I like about Joseph Boagai, let me tell you today. Joseph Boagai does not lie about wicked things that he wants to do. He will tell you it and he will do it. Joseph Boagai told you all that he was coming to cut down staff. He didn't care whether that few persons in office, he don't want to know. He will cut it down. He has done it. And in Joseph Boagai thinking, the building of this country, the building of him and his family's life. And one thing he has always told you consistently? He said, I don't care what they do, we'll build this country. For somebody to use that word, I don't care. Walker has traveled everywhere. What has he brought back home to build a country? So let's take, for instance, George Weah was here who have said, I don't care what they talk. At least when I travel, I will bring back something. Let them talk. When I travel, I will bring back something. Joseph Walker, don't care. What thing inside here? Don't care. I don't care. Nothing is coming from inside. Today, he wakes up again, takes another private jet, and he's flying. That I don't care there. And there is nothing that your followers can say to convince you about. They will not, and they can't. And that's why you see those of you who love this country. You may not be of sedition, but in as much as you love this country, you are my peri, you are my buri. You don't have to love me. No. Just love the country. That's all. Because I will all meet. I don't want you to love me. No, don't love me. Love the country. When you love the country, you attract me. Because the idea is all of us to be struggling to love our country.
By that, we put ourselves together. So you can see it clearly. You don't have to love me personally. No, just love the country. Like at workplaces, I always told staff that I don't have to love you as a staff before I appreciate you as a staff. Once you are doing the work and the station name is going up, the institution name going up, my personal love for you, it is not the basis for which, or my personal hate for you should not be that basis for which I must be able to undermine the general interest of the station. Once you are on the radio, people lay your business and you are there, whether I like you or not, I can't do anything to you. You will remain there and you will do your work. I'm forced to just like you. Because why? All of us, we are here at the station, we are working together, and you are very hard working. So let's forget about, well, not your love or whatever it is. No, I just got to like you because of your work. Because your work is trying to build the station, it's trying to upgrade the station, it's trying to promote the station. So I just got to. If your work is promoting the station, then I can't go against you. You know what I'm doing? I'm hating. That is what you people did to this country. Just where work was promoting this country, but because of your personal hate for people, you see why you brought the country to now. You see what you have done to yourself. You're not thinking about the general interest of the country. You're not thinking about it. You are thinking about your personal hate. There's this guy, I really want to call her name, and I don't know why I came. So, yeah, we can pass place here until we can get past. Yeah, but you can see clearly that she carries a personal hate to the extent that she's struggling to the, but you know, we inside and what they call me and I get it, and I even want to what they call and I even want to get it. I don't want to know anything, and I care about anybody. For that kind of people, I don't care about them because you don't love the country. Forget about what we are, whatever it is. You don't just love the country. That is what it is. So do you think I really care about whether somebody, what they call it is, or what to the I don't have time for that. Because there is absolutely nothing. Absolutely. I don't even want to talk about this latest decision in appointing a foreigner at the state-run university. Don't want that simple thing. I'm not going hash into that one because the reason I would not go hash into it, but I will tell you clearly that people don't want to speak the truth. What Boaka did is wrong. He's wrong again. But Boaka ever made any sound decision before? That ask yourself all the questions in this country here, ranging from his appointment. What a sound decision that Boaka ever made in his whole life before? Since he became, in fact, in managing his own life, he never made any sound decision that why he was a beggar. Now in his presidency, what a sound decision that Boaka has ever made. Name me one. And say, yeah, Boaka really did well with him. Nothing has been sound. I'm not saying that he's crazy. No. He is very sound, man. But the decision thereof is not sound. So it's different. He's a sound old man, but the decision thereof is not sound. Let me tell Boaka something. Boaka appointment just took me back to my files to research some of my notes when I was doing masters. When I was doing my masters in education administration, Boaka does not even understand culture. He doesn't understand the fundamental principles of education and why education is what it is, and that every educational institution is guarded by what we call curriculum. Boaka does not even know, or the people around him, or whatever, I don't know what they're thinking. They don't even know about curriculum development. And they don't know one of the cardinal bases or one of the driving forces for curriculum development is culture. And they don't even understand that the cultural oh God, this country is an interesting country. You know, it's not about putting white woman or foreigner or whatever it is. But let me just give you classic examples. I traveled to South Africa. And my own assessment was about their system. because there are educational institutions we went to, the South African University, and so forth here and there. And I took a key interest in knowing the blacks and whites, how they have been able to manage and mingle together in post-apartheid. So I asked this guy this question. I said, but why all of the universities we have visited, we see so blacks? The guy said, culturally, though the whites are here, they are South Africans, they live here with us, they are within our system, but to maintain that South African culture, the culture has to do with the politics and the education. That the culture there. The culture is more forceful through politics and education. So the political culture. So that's why you see everything the government will do is driven by the culture of the country. Anyway, we are cultureless Liberia. Liberia is a cultureless country. So let's leave that one there because I don't see any culture. So he said, you will see that the presidents of the universities, you will see most of them, they are blacks. You will see the whites. They will be into the technical areas of the university. They will say the other person is responsible for this. So all the whites you will see, they are in the technical areas. They said they did that on that purpose. So he said also that you will see that the whites, they are majority and they take out the technical area. Then when it comes to the political front, we put the blacks there so that they can take over from there. Again, cultural diversity. Though you will talk about cultural diversities and so forth here and there, but if I, like in the case of Ghana, when I went there, another research again done, the Ghanaians feel good when they enter a bank and interacting with a Ghanaian, then seeing a foreigner sitting there, they feel bad, the interaction. So what they do, they put one of their own so that when that person is there, they will communicate. You can see it, the communication flows. To the extent that even if they want the best out of their country, like they will always do, they will even send people abroad. You think Ghanaians, they haven't sent lots and lots of their people to London to go do studies there and come back to Ghana? But why you think they still put black people ahead of those things then? The people who have done those studies. Because the reason you are sending people to America to learn is for them to come, but you can't take away that imaging, that cultural image. You can't take it away. It has to be there. That's why you don't understand in this country. Nobody is saying that the lady is not okay or this, that. Then for some people arguing, many of us, we always send our children abroad to go for the best of education. Someone will bring the lady and will put that one not the issue. That's not the issue. Do you know how proud I will be if I see one of my kind who rose up from the same slum we all came from? Today, that person is serving at this level. It gives me hope. What Burger just did, he gave up on us. He dismissed us. But anyway, why wonder? Just Burger a foreigner, you're making president. So making somebody foreigner to be university or Liberia president, what a big deal about that. So sometimes I don't want to give Burger the credit, right? Look, Burger a foreigner. They may not say Alumni. We grab him. We decided to take up our own native, who not just ordinary useless native, but useful native born, who did everything he could for this country. His everything he labored for out there, he brought it back. We took him from there and say we prefer this foreigner in the Creole mayor. We brought him and put him there. One more about him taking another foreigner. Does he really care about our culture? Our culture is about giving, sharing. Burger does not share. Burger does not give. Because Burger does not understand our culture. He's not part of us. So he doesn't care. So these are things that you should understand all of the time when we are speaking. That decision you go make. Who told you say the lady not good or this, that? But I can tell you, I can foretell. That lady will catch a tough time. You know why? Because you had Liberians who were competing and they dominated. In fact, I understand during the competing process, there's a Nigerian who also was in the race. They took the Nigerian or they said they're not allowing it. But how can a lady need surfaced? Because one Prince Moye is sitting down somewhere, and because when he goes to America, get a chair and there, whatever it is, they must impose anything they want to impose on this country to just make the country a little useless. That's all they're caring about. That's what it is. One Prince Moye just supposed to be there, recommend, and that is what it is. I told y'all before that the University of Liberia was going to have a foreigner president. And I said that ain't happen. I didn't say that on the show yet. I say if it does not happen, you don't call me AB. I told you people it was going to happen. I told you people. Oh, you think I didn't know? Because Bwaka has said that whether they go or they come down, he met with the university people. I told you that he met with the university people and say whether you go or you come down, that the person I want. I just want to call you here to come tell you out of just respect, but I'm already done with what I want to do. There's nothing else you people can do. That was Bwaka for you. Did I lie about that? No. If you want to build it, you know, God is wonderful. In lack, where the white people were the people who control the education system. Let me tell you now, where cultural, you don't even understand culture. Now why are you looking at you, you're laughing? In lack, where the white people understood everything, they want to control the education system at that time. They had sisters then. We need to call them sisters. Yeah, sisters. And there's one sister, famous, that one by nowhere, because she don't want you to be collecting us. When we don't go to school, she see all that in the street. She will just collect us and carry us and go pour us somewhere until after school. Then she pour us down to the junction. They call Sister Artura Valentina. Maybe she's still living or whatever, but she should be owner. That the white people then were controlling the system. But you know who then they put in the classrooms? That the black people were there to teach the blacks. The system that the white people have created. Because you know why? You know, those days, man, you see, no, you know why they did that? Why they themselves never just woke up to start coming to the classroom? No. Because they know what education is all about. That what we brought, why you think that Blamando book then at the face? They made Blamando to be black in a book. They don't want you to be preparing a book then and sharing it all over. They used to supply those books. Why they decided to put blah blah people in a book? Why you think they did that? Why you think they put blah blah people in the books? Because they want you to feel like a Brahman dog can go to school, Conan dog can go to school, and Conan dog is black, and you Brahman dog is black, and you yourself you black, you too can also go to school. That was the logic. That what brought us to this level today. Those were things they're playing on us, and they play with us for our own good. Because if I open a reading book and I saw Brahman dog, blah. I see Conan dog, blah. I say, okay, good. Brahman do go to school. Conan do go to school. Okay, I must say I'm black too. I must say I can go to school too. They did those things just for the sake of attracting, because that's the cultural imaging was very important. They couldn't find them coming in class here and there. No, they just passing around, supervising everything. But they made sure that we had our kinds teaching us. A system developed by them, but of course executed by our kinds. And those are the systems we adopted today. But again, we did not forget our culture, because, you know, these things are very essential for our country. Maybe you may not know it, but it's very essential. So I'm not wishing her bad. No, I'm not saying that she will not succeed. No, I'm not saying that she's not qualified. No, I'm not saying that. But by virtue of this, the reasoning, I'm just giving here, and yeah, junk is there. Oh, yeah, the person very honest. Yeah, junk is there. Oh, they all did that. Why you think they did that? Why you think they all went to go bring that in? And you know, our system of education in this country, you know, is the same thing. And so I think for sure. Hey, Bolokolo Collins said that his school was in Elimano. Yeah. But those are the things. That one brought that why you see people that are. They think about respecting culture and loving our country. They put it in us without us knowing it. They put it inside us, cooked without us knowing it. All we felt was we're going to school or whatever it is. They started first by giving us food to attract us into the classroom. Simple thing they just use to just grab us. Today, let us hear today we can be independent. And one thing they ever did, and of course we were good, is you can be independent in your thinking. You never want anybody to control you. You never want even your family, because of them, for you to be controlled. No. You always want to fight for that imaging that will be in the best interest of your family. So now when your family say, oh, you go do the other bad thing here and there. No, you will always be independent in your thought. And that is what they put in us. Nobody can control me. Anything you see me doing here, so I must be convinced that I want to do it, then I do it. That's why most people can get problem with people like us. But with God, all things are possible. So you go tell the woman, pour down there in that kind of place there where your at least if most of your people then who even went to Google schools and they are back in the country, if they were not there to compete along with this lady, then that's it. But who will get a first preference? How will you be doing something like that in the country? Then you say the first preference is given to a foreigner. How will you do that? The first preference you're giving it to a foreigner? And you knew that you want to, because they said they were closing it, but they go open it now because they want with a JMV at So that's why it is. But anyway, we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. And I want to say that we are all grateful to the Almighty God for everything and anything He continues to do for us. All the things we are saying here, we love our country. Whether you go or you come down, we love our country. And we'll always love our country. Whether you like it or not, it's up to you. Joseph Boga is disgracing this country on a daily basis. He's reducing the country to nothing on a daily basis. He flies, he goes in plane again. I would not be surprised any strange news will come from down there again. Because he never travels without wonders following him. That is the life we have to live with. We don't have 6 more years. We have 5 more years. Just recently, people were talking about you Totaya 6 more years. I don't know whether they can still talk about Totaya 6 more years. Or if they say you Totaya 12 years, I don't know whether they can still mention that 12 years now. They can mention it again. You see, that's why you should be careful in life. Time flies. You don't have 6 more. In fact, as we are in a one now, you only have 4 more years. Because we have already seen this one now. So we are into this one now. So this one is not counted. And the one that we're not entering here, that the one you still get to keep. The one that we're in and you're eating it up already. You are already eating this one, right? So it's no longer full-fledged, right? So you see what it is now. So you're no longer in it. Think about it. Those brothers you are treating bad. Those people you are treating bad. Those people you are neglecting today. Those friends that you are insulting today because you think you are in power. Or because you think the time will not catch up with you, it's catching up. Times are not adding up, they are subtracting. You started at 6, where you are now, you are practically into 4. And I can tell you for sure the way our political system looks like, if you not achieve anything, the 2020 something 5, 2023, let me say 2026. It'll be the tough moment. Another one again for you. Later, we're hearing that in China, they now bring some kind of virus business there again. They say they get coronavirus, the other stage, they now come out again in China. We don't know how far that one will go. If they hate your own part of stealing, you will just do that. Because the way you're less stealing business already, the real stealing you will steal until people will die plenty in this country. The way you're looking for money all over. We are time. No money will coming from any country. We are developing a country. That's why we say that God can be beyond we are so. The way you don't get God beyond you and a devil beyond you also. When I think in a country which we don't pray for, then people will just die for nothing. So let us pray that it will not happen. Let us pray that it does not happen at all. That thing that they're talking about in China that they say there, it shouldn't just come. Because the devil that behind you, when you really enter the player on pie, will just swallow everybody. So let's leave it and pray to God Almighty that it does not happen. Because the one that will happen here. But the people will be steady, and now that the things will be even, the men will be even. Look, I know Bwaka is brave. If Bwaka can take a shot and give it to goat for it to what they call, Bwaka will take some of that thing, put it, Bwaka will poison most of the thing here and say that the virus now flying all over so because he wants tea. That old man is wicked. If the old man can give poisonous food to somebody, goat for you to put salt. For it to be that goat, now I say again, you get that kind of goat to the person for the person to that baby can look for virus and bring it to the country. And when watching it, yeah, watch you. Boga was soon saying going China, and when Boga goes to China, you will bring that virus in a private jet and you will see it spraying all over the place. That old man is wicked. Everything he's doing is bad. But I will get to learn it one day. And all the eating on me talking, and I thought we're joking. And we inside now. Inside. All inside. But me again, only advise the young folks in Boga administration, and we can only advise them to be very careful, because time is of essence for all of us. Today, you would think that you are a minister, or they give you one small job, you're doing it, you're insulting your friends and so forth. Look at where the guys who were in power just recently, where they are today. Look at them, where they are today. Just ask yourself the question where they are today. There's a future. And that's what I want to appreciate the Baptist prelate and who's a spiritual advisor to Joseph Boakai, for him to start redeeming his image of his church and himself. Because if you have a stubborn person who just thinks that because he gave you a job, he won't listen to you, well, just do what you can. And what he did to say, look, I will not recognize this man because God is the God of laws. So you can be violating all of the laws and I'm there protecting you or trying to acknowledge it. No, we're not going to do that. If people can say that he can be the one there, anyway. Like your channel thing, you don't bring it out. That channel thing, yeah, please. So let's get to the lines. Interact with you. *799 *24# is the number, is the code to play with tonight, and then we'll do the draws for you. *799 *24#. Thanks to all of you for listening. We'll be on time, on the dot, and tonight, right here on this very day. But let's take a break, commercial break, and our Crown Stopper is proud to be associated with the show, and we'll be right back and start picking your calls.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk it. I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's copy ground for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. No matter where you go, keeping us safe, let's copy ground for all of us.
The holiday season promotions and sales offers continues at Home City Liberia. Everything, and we mean everything, is on massive sale. Great offers, bundles, promos, and enormous discount. When you know, yeah. And when you not know, flat. Special deals on 4K LED TVs, refrigerators, freezers, air conditioners, smartphones, laptops, photo printers, DSLR cameras with flash and lens kits, all-in-one copiers, home decor, and home furniture, kitchen appliances to cook your healthy meals, music systems, and more. Visit us today between 6th and 7th Street, Tottenham Boulevard, Cinco, opposite Nancy B. Doe Market. It's Home Center Liberia, the perfect shopping experience. Call us on 0886 699999 or visit our Facebook and Instagram, Home City Liberia. Yeah!
Okay, so let's get to the lines now and start interacting with your callers. The female lines also activated, so you can call it now. And our WhatsApp number, especially only for diaspora Liberians, is really okay. And somebody said the officer who refused to arrest you get out. He didn't want beauty. You get it. All right, so let's get to the lines. Interact with you. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Thank you, Abby. This is Sam. We are. I'm phoning from a local town resident.
Yes, Sam. Let's hear from you.
Abby, let me speak on the issue that I also do at the level of the University of Latin. Abby, other point argument is that we can send people to America or our family in the diaspora. We agree. But what we're saying, Abby, if you have Liberians that are qualified, there's a country we try to build the economy or build the capacity of Liberians. So taking somebody who does not even understand the terrain. And Abby, don't forget, the University of Liberia, there's a terrain that is very tense. The pressure from the faculty, pressure even from the student grouping. If they will more understand the terrain or we withstand the forces, we say no. Omen Joe Bwaka, like you say, Abby, this Omen does not care where Liberia will go. And most especially the people that praise more, these are people that are running the day-to-day activity of this state. This is why you see somebody who is not a Liberian, they appointed at the level of the University of Liberia. So what because Liberia got doctorate degree, education, and other issue, or any those that supported him, but you couldn't appoint any of those people. Then the issue of the private jet quickly, Abby, is that no more healing. You see the issue of Ghana, Abby, what I noticed is that there's Ibrahim Mahama, who is the chief financier, or Omer Joe Bwaka, is a brother that is about to take over. So what you see what they cleverly? Through that, the role or their so-called majority speakers say they're invited by the Ghanaian parliament. But what we say to the Ghanaians, I think the rule of law, there's a country that respects the rule of law. So to Omer Joe Bwaka and spoil the image of Ghana, inviting somebody who is not a legitimate speaker, we think we didn't expect that from Ghana, but there's a Liberia. But probably, we will not wait. We'll continue to push the issue of our country because Liberia remain the common denominator that each and every one of us should fight for. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate them. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, Eddie.
Good evening.
Good evening to your main listener, tuning to your broadcast.
Okay.
This is David King, and I do join you for spending this evening. You see, Eddie, we don't expect anything much from Joseph Bwaka. For me, I've always said this. In a much Joseph Bwaka were not able to spearhead a group of people that made of the collaborating political party at the time. It clearly shows to me that Joseph Bwaka lacked leadership. All right? Everybody said as chairman, but they were able to carry the CTV thus far. But when it came to Joseph Bwaka, we saw confusion. You'll be ability to impose. We saw Benina UA and coming in post. Then Joseph Boakai sat down on school in America and said all the fight you see in the CPV, by the time I get to Liberia, it will be settled. And you saw that CPV breaking apart because Joseph Boakai pulled leadership. So what you see today, when women coming to serve, when one bill DK, when appointed by President Boakai, President, we have to serve at the National Election Commission. This is why I'm question today on one of your sisters radio. I said, where is Dara DeLong? Where is Yomi Kanga Lauren? Where is Prim Moy? Because I understand Prim Moy was the one who brought in lady as one of his friend's wives to serve as president for the University of Liberia. So today, they are not talking about Akagbe, put a bill on the floor in 2002 that gave room to the kind of thing that when your husband is a Liberian and then you are a foreigner, you have the right to work. But then why would these same people, one president, we are saying you're bringing 6,000 teachers for Nigeria. These are the same people that ran with it. And they play politics with it. Today, that thing was canceled. Right. Today, we want to have
thank you.
One speaking Siri, and they think that Sue will just sit down and close that box. I think it's all the children today.
All right, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Let's get on. Hello? Yeah, hello, how you doing? Let's hear from you, please. I don't know why am I not getting it.
Your luck, Francis. Goodbye. I say that your luck, brother.
Hey, Francis, how you doing?
Yeah. Number. That school system. If you will miss that school system from that, I think the people that they need to just spread around like so that we have brilliant people that will come out of school. I attended that school before the war, and and then the war came and everything. Yeah. Places. But thank you for the topic on the discussion. You see, you were saying something concerning most of the most hungry people in our country that don't allow people to speak for them. At this point, you are seeing your country going the way it's going. But because you think that you are one partisan of some kind of political party, you don't want to allow people to speak for you. Election is not on anymore.
You're right.
Election is done.
You're right.
Now you got to get into the advocacy for and tell your own political party to do the right thing for you because 6 years is short. Now we're going, like you said, we counting full for now.
Yeah.
After 4 years, they will be still sitting out there hungry. They didn't get fired out for themselves. But when people go and try to talk for them, for their life to become better, they are attacking these people. After 4 years from now, when Joseph Boakai is no more in power, they will remain hungry, they'll be passing around.
Right.
But they fight that they don't realize that their future matters. Even though some people they have no future anymore, but you got children, you got grandchildren. Tomorrow will speak what you will do today. You can't be sitting in your life country going down the drain and you just sit down there. Today I saw election commission put their own power, their own show. They were having a press conference that they put them down. Yeah, they put you down. The way you stole the election commission people, they are behind them. The way you stole the election, y'all will reap what you sow. There are people that I don't feel, but anytime I see them, they are having press conferences. I can be so happy. I hope that Papi will clear all of them from there. There are some good people there. There are some very good people there that I know that I worked with before from election commission. But they are bad one and the bad one and one of the good ones. Joseph Boakai fired them. That they want bro, you know they are criminals, so they will play with you. Something like waiting when they not say.
All right. Thank you, boss man. People suffering can't be compounding their suffering like that. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, doing fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, Avi. The
issue with Joseph Boakai for me.
Say that. Go ahead.
It's not a surprise for me.
Wait, just hold on a bit. We'll get to you shortly. Let me get this one done and see. Yeah, go on. Yeah, you are in speech. I don't know. And
yeah, I said Joseph Boakai has never disappointed me. Joseph Boakai is not surprising me.
Okay.
From the onset, I knew that Boakai is not a leader. Boakai is an example God made. So God keeping him in that leadership path for people to learn their lesson.
Okay.
But people taking him to be a leader, he is not. God just using him as an example for people to learn. Because is not a leader, he's always being controlled by the people that are around him. The decision they made, that's what he does.
Okay.
The appointment to that university, does he think that that lady going to be successful if those who working with her decide not to work with her?
But why should they decide not to work with her?
Boakai, I mean, AB, this is a foreigner.
Okay.
You have a lot of qualified people in the University of Liberia that he will appoint, or outside the University of Liberia that are Liberians.
My brother.
Yeah, but
my
you
brother, my
I mean,
brother, my brother. No, listen,
AB.
Listen now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me supply you.
Mm-hmm.
But where were you people? Well, what I saw all our BB4 brother then who been supporting here, they ain't anyone that don't been spoiling but that's Senegal go be. Where play there was some bugger ever prioritize the other country before.
Baby, that's why I'm saying Waka has never surprised me. Waka has never surprised me. Everything he's doing are those things that I expect to see. Everybody that know me, that had discussed the Unity Party and the CDC with me, they know that Joseph Thomas doesn't say these things,
No,
and they don't come to fruition.
You're right. Okay. Thank you, Jojo.
They will come out.
All right, Jojo.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution. Bro, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher. Happy New Year.
Many happy returns, brother.
This is William Bro again. And teacher
How
Life,
we can get delinquent student and who can be in touch with the teacher? You see the kind of time you saying happy New Year. That mean even you know some student and barrier, even when you meet the teacher in a class, after school say you can call him. They say the teacher will appreciate.
No, but I call you. I call you, teacher Life. I'm on the class.
Boss man, are you talking about teacher now? That me talking?
Well, okay, sorry, teacher Life. I tell you, man.
Go ahead, Jackie. Go on.
But yeah, you see, teacher Life, that is the UL issue I want to talk about. You see, and I don't think the problem of the UL is about who will become president. I think it's about government commitment to sponsor the school financially. And I learned that the other president that is leaving was making $7,000, I think, per month. And the new American lady they bring in making $20,000. And I listened to many, like some Liberians saying the woman they bring in, she will attract other teens from sponsor university. Stop fooling yourself. Now how it can work. That woman when I just can't and people be sending things. You see, we Liberian many or we get the love like dependency syndrome. Not because she coming from America, so when she enter to the when she come to UL, every man will just be falling for America. No, it doesn't work that way. And let me tell you something, Abby. Our country need to be serious here. One simple thing that they need to know, by you giving that woman 20,000 and abandoning or Liberian, because our one other senior man, one other doctor, who was the first on the list, the last three that they abandoned. That guy improved the AME University. He's a Liberian, but they abandoned him and they chose that woman who was the second to him. That man you could bring him to give him the 7,000 and use the balance 13,000 to be cleaning the bathroom for it to always be clean. You see the calculation there? Simple logic. The other 13,000 will be used to be clean for that bathroom on your campus to be clean. Put money in the system for that campus to be decent. Or you're going to get one American woman 20,000 from 7 straight to 20. And you think you see what person? We should believe in our people and give them the necessary financial support for them to do their work.
I know.
You can bring Jesus from heaven to be president of that university, stay, will not do nothing. He will even quote Matthew 4 to you, telling you, say, look, you should not put your lawyer or God to a test. When Satan went to you on the mountain and said, American, you turn yourself down, God, you're injured. And I would say, no, don't put your lawyer or God to your test. Jesus cannot even work in that environment where you're strangulating him. So they should understand all of that.
Right.
I think that that woman is bringing that woman only coming to build a CV and to tarnish her reputation in Liberia because she was swim in failure. Check the national budget. I'm going to put that for education. Most of it going to salary for the UF. So what did that woman coming operating? Oh, the thing they bringing her, she coming to hold money from America to come to the UF. That's false and misleading. Thank you, Abby.
Thanks, boss,
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
contribution. We appreciate that. Yeah, we just need to be clear about the decisions we make to see whether we'll get the result we need. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the platform. I'm CIC Emmanuel M. Super Jr. of the Ideological District number 14. Let me say good evening to your listening audience. Well, thank you for always highlighting this critical issue. When it comes to the president appointment of this Dr. Mampaya, I think the president and those people who helped him to have done this, appointment, they are out of order. One of the cardinal reasons for which you will see past president always appoint alumni from our institution is the fact that people who will serve as president may have failed or they have gone through the tough time from the University of Liberia. Once that person have experienced what we have experienced as students of the University of Liberia, that person will be able to amicably, advocate for the university. Now, I don't know what is the rationale behind this whole thing of Minister Baka appointing a foreign national. There are a whole lot of competent Liberians with so many PhDs around here, but I don't know. But I'm sure this president has not come to really transform the economy because this lady will be taking huge part of her salary should be taken back to the U.S. Although I heard that she married to one man from Bon County, but this does not change anything. There are many competent Liberians. I think the president is trying to revert this appointment and appoint Liberian who will be in the interest of the university student. Because as a matter of fact, if she's not doing the right thing, there will be simultaneous protest at the University of Liberia campus, and she's going to be sending speaking series. Is that what's going to resolve our issue? If Mr. Baka really think this woman can love it, the best thing he can do, any president who is president of that university can better perform if the government decides to fully fund the University of Liberia. It has not been about president who has been president over there. It has been about past government refusing to fully fund the University of Liberia. This has been our problem for time past. Anyway,
is it about funding? Is it about funding or leadership? What have been the real problem you sensed? Funding or leadership? Because if you have a leadership and then the fundings are there and the leader is not there to properly manage it in the best way, it also undermines the interest of the university, as you are saying.
Yeah, it be you may say leadership, but I'm aware for a fact that some leaders who have served the University of Liberia were really leaders who went through the tough work of the University of Liberia. Okay. I think when you listen to them, they really want to deliver. Okay. But then, there's not much fun for them. So this woman is not going to go lobby out of the brief money. If she really want to serve this country,
thank you.
She can be vice president.
All right, thank you, man. We can owe you at that. Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing?
Yes, hello, Eddie.
Yeah, how you doing, boss? Go on.
Anyway, thank you for picking up my call.
What's your name?
This is the very first time I'm calling on your show.
Okay.
I am Ty, commonly known as J.U. Ball on social media.
All right, J.U. Ball, let's hear from you.
I'm looking at this appointment of leader Mampaya from a different angle, right?
Okay.
I'm not looking at the fact that she's from the United States, but I'm looking at the ideology that this lady is bringing to the University of Liberia, which will have an effect on the entire country.
Okay.
If you do a research on this woman, when it comes to academics, the only thing that you can see that she has been doing with the PhD that she has is only about womanism and feminism and LGBTQ. those people that advocate for those kind of people to have positions, in government, have a say on the table.
Okay.
The kind of ideology this woman is bringing to the University of Liberia, it is actually going to affect this entire country.
So you mean with that research you have done so far,
women, it will come a time that Liberian women with the 5 years that have left, Liberian women will not be listening to their men anymore.
Oh,
because this is if you do a research on this woman, there is nothing else this woman has been teaching. Even the books that she has been writing and writing, she only talks about how women, will have boss over men. How gay and lesbian should have a position, in society. These are the things this woman has been talking about. You just make a research on her, you won't see anything else. Everything that she talks about is women should be in power, women should be at the table, making decisions. Gay and lesbian should be at the table making decisions. So this is the kind of ideology this woman is actually bringing. Nothing else.
Wow.
So the PhD people talking about, the woman is qualified. The woman is not prepared when it comes to academics with Liberia scandal right now. This woman is not prepared for the University of Liberia.
It speaks to our culture. You're right about that. It speaks to our culture.
She's not prepared for our culture. So you will see a total change within this 5 years. This ideology this woman is bringing is bad for this country, I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you, boss, on your debut call. And I will get to you, Abraham Corner. Just wait. Let me get to Chris Kenneth. Hello, how are you doing? Quickly. Hello. Hello. Yeah, go on.
My name is Chris Deacon, and I call for Central Moreover tonight.
Yeah, Chris, go on quickly. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thanks for the topic on the discussion. Let me speak to the issue about the University of Liberia. I think the president is not in control of his own government.
Okay.
There's one person that controls the president so largely, which is the senator of Bond County. I told that lady is his threat because there's photo all over the lady and Prince Moe. And Prince Moe, the Bill Maget Jones at the past ministry is his interest. They did something wrong, corruption. The president did not take steps. I think Prince Moe is the prime minister of Liberia that giving us hard time. So Baka to rethink his direction of governance and get in control of his government before he slipped lastly. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kenneth. Let me get on to right here. And hello, how are you doing?
Hey, evening. Good evening.
Good
evening.
Brother.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine, boss.
Ebi, I just want to ask one question. And you people attended the University of Liberia, but for the history of the University of Liberia, they are not been having sufficient funding, or they are not been having some good leaders in our university for Liberians. I mean, as a Liberians to run our university, and it has always been protests, problem after problem. I don't think those two things are issues. Okay. Leadership and money. Nobody would tell me that in the history of the University of Liberia have never even honored the third man. I mean, the third man, the Tower, and the list go on. They are not been having some good leaders and enough money in the budget. I don't think so. But it just, yeah. So I think there's a problem. Are you with me, AB?
Yeah, I'm with you, Connor.
Yeah, so I believe the appointment of this lady, she coming with different culture. She coming from different culture, and the culture that the
especially they want about talking about now we're gating all the kind of thing, intimidating and all the things.
Yeah, they believe man and man should get married, woman should get married, and all.
Yeah, you hear children and they just be going to the bathroom, they just be kissing each other now. Did you hear children?
So these are the thing. That's why I believe believe she'll find it difficult, and I think so, because there are some good leaders have been in a university, have been appointed as president, and they having some good support from the past leaders, even current the past leaders. But you know, it depends on difficulties.
Okay.
So I think she'll face, because the society quite different from where she's coming from.
You're right.
Maybe
You're
I'm
right.
telling
You're
you,
right. You're right.
I think she'll find it difficult.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me get to one Moses Massacre. How you doing, boss? Let's hear you out.
Yeah, AB, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you.
I'm fine.
I heard you talking. I heard you asking one of the callers as to whether the problem of the university have been leadership or
or funding, or money, or maybe resources. Yeah.
AB, the university has never been short of leadership. Never. The university of its own has an ethical and standard goal. So anyone who is appointed by the visitor to the university is done within the accusations of the ethical and standard goal.
Okay.
So the leadership has not been the university problem. No, it is the funding of government that has been the problem of the university.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. I tell you, in 1988, 1987, 1988, I was a student at the university.
Okay.
Samuel Doe appointed Stephen Yekessin, Dr. Stephen Yekessin, the late. After Yekessin had just ended his term at Cottington, Anthony Kesseley was then the student leader, the president of the student government.
You mean Anthony Kesseley, who was Joseph Baba now?
Anthony Kesseley, come and need to him. Come and need to Kofi Woods. They know me personally. Baby. When they appointed Stephen Yekessin as president of the university, the ethical and standard of the university refused the appointment on the grounds that Dr. Yekessin was not a graduate of the university. And according to what we were told, that the university rule or handbook states to be a president of the university, you must be a graduate of the University of Liberia.
Wow.
You understand? And Stephen Yekessin was not a graduate of the university. So there was a huge revolt action that occurred, where even a bomb blasted, a bomb was planted in the toilet in the TH building, in the mill toilet in TH building, because we refused to accept Dr. Yekessin, given the fact that they were against the university rule, the university own guideline, that a president of the university must be a graduate. Anthony Cassidy are challenging. Bobby Woods are challenging. Dr. Louis Poto are challenging, because we were all students at the time at the university. And we all were in this rioting at the time. You understand?
Okay.
I carry a scar on the back. I carry a scar on the back of my leg right now as I speak to you, Amy. I was shot with a tear gas canister by a police officer who was trying to arrest me when the university students were on riot. Running away from here, I tried to jump over.
Moses, you just live up like that. Anyway, sorry, you wanted to share your experience, but let me get on to this one. Moses, you can call back, please. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, please call back and just conclude, with us. Hello. Hello.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Great topic, very insightful. I have two perspectives here.
Okay.
One is I have no problem bringing somebody totally from the outside
Okay.
to come, because usually people from the outside that have no vested interest in the politics, they are detached.
Okay.
So it is possible that they could be neutral, but the sign here is if she's the right kind of person.
Okay.
When you look at her academic credential, there's nothing about educational leadership. There's nothing about management. She is an advocate. And she comes from the same school of thought as the former vice president. You remember almost a year ago, the vice president was in Ghana. And she tried to force the Ghanaians to accept the aid from the U.S. predicated that equal rights was evenly distributed to same-sex marriage.
Wow. So that the gay woman there, that the gay advocate woman there.
That's correct. As for the funding for that position, it should be no problem because they have enough money that people other people that you heard of can put up that money because they want to get the agenda across. It basically coming through the back door.
You're right.
Can that get through legislature in Liberia? So where do you go? You go to the highest institution of advocacy and you begin there. So this is where this woman is coming in. As for the funding, forget about her salary. They can pay for it. It may not even cost Liberia a dime. Those that have vested interest in that ideology, they are going to fund them. You know, most of them in Liberia, they are permanent.
So you mean even to pay her, she believed that the society she is advocating for, or the community she advocating for, able to raise that money to pay her. So it wouldn't be Liberia even paying her.
No, not at all.
But she just got to sit there so that she can push their ideology and okay. I get you. I get you.
That's correct.
I get you.
So we are looking at. Do not look at the funding. They have the money. Law. They have the money, and most of them are in Liberia. That society is very entrenched in Liberia.
You're right.
They have 14. They couldn't get it through the legislative body.
I can be seeing it all. Nobody the thing just growing.
So they couldn't get it through legislation. So they are coming through the back door by getting it through
education.
But there you go.
You're right.
And once they keep doing this over a certain period of time, it will become an acceptable norm in the country. And legislation would be easy. So this is like they call it the Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is coming to town, but when you open that horse, you will see armed men and women coming out there,
jumping out of it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So you have to. You are sociologists. Put on your sociological thinking. Look at your cap. Why would a woman who have written only exclusively on gender, not even gender equality, she is left of gender equality. Wow. She is talking about core feminism. So this is more than meets the eye. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you, Jerome. That's an eye-opener. So what Jerome is simply trying to say, and which of course other callers have said, and one of my debut callers also said, that the lady, her background comes from advocating for women rights, standing up to men, so forth. But most importantly, the most scaring part is what we don't condone here. The issue about gay. They say she advocate for it and one for so. Even if students were to be caught on the university campus doing their gay thing, she will not get permission. In fact, she may even be having lecture series with them and say you can go on with a or not. So that people looking at, and he says something too. Jerome just said something. He said, if that money, the people told Bwaka, say, put a woman there. Either the money will pay some. Because they are gay people, they get money. So either the money will pay some. So that money shouldn't be the issue. It's about the corruptibility of our society as a result of the woman being there, where the gay thing will just be all over the place now. Because they can't get it through legislation, so they're putting it in our education system. Hey, and that's the most damning part. What? Jesus Christ. Huh? So you're pouring inside the school business. You know, when somebody play with your brain, you finish. Yeah. So now they play with your brain, you finish. That was not a big thing. But I watch Jerome say, and a smart thing they just talk about. So I think it's important we think about it. Yeah. Joe Boga again. Every decision he made, some kind of thing backfire will come for his eye. Anyway, thanks so much to all of you for the time, and we appreciate. And Jerome, thank you, your insight, and yeah, very much glad. So we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. I want to say we are grateful to all of you for the time. Thanks to Omen Samson for always coming in and for making it. Thanks so much. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye. Sorry, I couldn't do a draw because of the network problem. I'm not seeing myself going through tonight. That's what I couldn't do your draw, yeah? So I don't think I'll play it out. So I have a serious challenge here with it, and I couldn't do it. I'm trying. It's not working. All right. So thanks so much to you for the time, and do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.